Alright guys, I often find that I need to point out things that you never knew you needed to know. And one of those things is, what does Ciana keep in her handball bag? What do I bring to tournaments? What is an essential? And maybe I'll see what is randomly left in my handball bag as well. One thing to note is that my handball bag looks very different at the start of the season compared to the end, because I tend to accumulate a lot of things as I go. So we'll start with the essentials, and I think you guessed it, it's my handball shoes. One of the most important parts of performance. A6 Gel Resolution 10, in case anyone's wondering. And no, this is not a sponsored video. I really wish that it was. A6, please sponsor me. All jokes aside, I do really like these shoes because they're very stable, okay? No running shoes in the handball court at Niamh Heffernan, okay? We want flat shoes that give support. Then we're going to go on to this bag inside the bag. And who knows what's inside here? We have handball gloves. Gaeilge handball gloves, the best in the business. Usually I have about 5 pairs, but why does one need 5 pairs? So like typically I have like 1 or 2 pairs that I've worn in, and then like 1 or 2 pairs just in case anything goes wrong. And then sometimes they're just 1 or 2 pairs that I just haven't disposed of yet. So it all adds up. So today we have 3 pairs. I do really like these gloves. I wore Owen's before, and then I switched to Gaeilge as soon as they pretty much started, and I really like them. I don't have much to say besides they fit my hand nicely and it feels nice when I play. Then I have 2 elbow supports, 1 for each side. Don't wear them all the time, just if my elbow is feeling like a little tender from like, you know, hitting the ball loads, like sidearm in particular. Sometimes I get a little bit of a golfer's elbow. So I just keep them in the bag just in case. I only have the 1 pair of goggles, which Frida has pointed out. Maybe I should get another pair. I've had these goggles for like 10 years as well. So getting my money's worth out of those. Oh, I did actually have a 2nd pair of goggles. They were like tricolor ones. And then they just broke in my bag, I think. Tragedy. Okay, then we have balls, handballs, a bag of handballs. We have one wall balls and a number of dark blues. Again, this is actually quite well organized today, so I'm impressed by myself because usually they're just thrown everywhere in the handball bag. Why do I have different types of handballs? Mainly because I was training one wall during the summer. And now we're back in 40x20. And I find the 1 wall balls are handy for some little like ball control drills and stuff. Then this is actually Compeed for feet. They're for blisters, but I actually rarely get blisters. I actually use them if I get bone bruises. I like cut them out because they're like thick and squishy, so they kind of mold to your hand. So I'll like cut it out in the shape of the bone bruise. This only happens when I go to play in America most of the time because we play with a harder ball. And then I'll like wrap it up. I might do 2 or 3 of those on top of each other, and I find it kind of absorbs the ball pretty well, because I've tried other things, but then I just feel like I can't even feel the ball. So these are handy little yokes. Then I have my flossing tape. If you watched the Golden Gloves video, you know what this does. It helps with blood flow. I like to use it in the warm-up, especially around elbows and knees. Okay, you just put it on, you go, little bit of this, and it helps everything feel nice and warm and ready to go. Another ball. Okay, next, this is like tournament what I would have. So I'd always have a towel for obvious reasons to shower after the game. Then I do have somewhere in here a little towel for just wiping away the sweat. I get Frida to wipe it away, you know. So that's in there as well. Then I always have like way too many jerseys at competitions. But yeah, better to have too many than too little. So we'll have a few of those and some shorts. Again, this is not a sponsored video, but they are Gaeilge jerseys, which is primarily what I wear. Or if it's championship, obviously you have to wear your Galway shirt. I know we have loads of international followers on this page, so you might not know this, but when you play championship in Ireland, you have to wear your county colours. So yeah, That's, if you want my signed jersey, comment Ciana is the best on this video and I'll send it to you. Only one person though, so first person gets it. Oh, then what I would say are handball bag essentials, whether it's competition or training, are snacks. You never know when the hunger will hit, okay? Nothing worse than trying to get through a training session and all I can think about is how I can't wait to go home and eat. So here I just have some rice cakes and a square bar, fast acting carbs for that energy. At a tournament, I will have a lot more food in my handball bag. It is primarily like this stuff, plus food. Again, you just never know when you'll play. Like, what if you're delayed by like an hour or 90 minutes and you ate your meal like exactly 2 hours ago, but now I'm hungry, you know? One time before the doubles All-Ireland final, my doubles partner, Niamh Heffernan, was beside herself because I was snacking on one of these about 30 seconds before we went into the court. But yeah, just like to be fueled. Okay, along with the fueling strategy, we have water and electrolytes. I'll put the electrolytes into the water just to clarify. I'll typically have like a sports drink as well, like Lucozade or Gatorade. Again, just keep the energy up, stay hydrated. Another essential for Ciana, which some people may or may not need, is like 100 hair ties, because a lot of you won't know this unless you watched specifically the Tucson Pro Stop last year, that I got a lot of hair, so I need a lot of hair ties to keep that up, okay? It takes at least 3, plus 1 to keep it out of my eyes, and then 2 clips. But you just have to make sure you have at least 50 in case all of those go missing. And the clips just end up everywhere. Another essential that I always have in my bag, but not everyone needs, is physio creme. It was recommended to me by my own personal physio and my very best friend. But it essentially helps warm up the muscles. Obviously a physio uses it for different purposes, but for me, warm up the muscles. Like, for example, when I have a bit of tennis elbow or golfer's elbow, then I can use it beforehand and it kind of assists with the warm up, and it also helps with pain relief as well, if that is going on. So I find that to be a handy assistance. I don't always need it or use it, but it's good to just have it in the bag because I often will use it throughout a season. Okay, we're nearly there. I'm sure we all know that we all have resistant bands in our handball bag for the warm up. I'll use it for every training session, every game. Lots of things to be done. If you haven't watched our videos on warming up, you need to. Wow, how did all this get in the bag? All right, next we have, again, we'll recognize it, the handball journal and a pen where we write down all our hopes and dreams and thoughts about handball, mainly to set targets and reflect after games. I'll put that there. That's top secret, so thank you very much. And the last thing might be the most important, my sanity. Do you know what it is, Frida?
Oh yeah, I know what it is.
You know what it is? It is hand sanitizer. Fun fact, not so fun fact about me, is that I bring hand sanitizer everywhere with me. And the reason being is to keep my hands free from bacteria. No, this is not an ad for hand sanitizer. I don't even know what to say about the hand sanitizer. I just have it and I'll use it if I just can't wash my hands like immediately after touching things. So yeah, little backstory. Post-COVID, I just hate the idea of touching things that other people touch, like door handles, any surface. Not that I can't touch it, but I will remember I touched that door handle. Now I must not touch anything else until I sanitize or wash my hands. Preferably washing. It is better to wash, guys. But this is a backup. I feel like I hope people watch till the end so that they get to experience this. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just making sure there's nothing else in there. No. Okay, thank you for taking a tour of my handball bag with me. Is there anything that you keep in your handball bag that I don't, and maybe I should add it in? Or what are you going to start adding into your handball bag? Comment. We're getting thousands of comments, so keep them coming.